Hello all and welcome to another case study video. On this video, we're going to be talking about gold specifically. I know I haven't posted a video in some time, but we're just kind of doing a lot of exciting things in the background, kind of bringing new members on board and just planning how we're going to move things forward and make things even bigger and better. So just watch this space. You'll see a lot of things coming out in the future. And yeah, it's going to be very, very, very exciting. So watch this space. We'll be more consistent with videos. You'll see different faces on here. So I'm very excited for what's about to come, but we'll leave that for now and we'll crack on with this specific video. So as you can see here, posted this on the 15th of October. Okay, I was supposed to do these videos some time ago, as you could probably tell, but haven't really got around to it. So you're going to be seeing maybe 2 or 3 videos over the next couple of days, doing case studies to kind of make up for it for things I did want to do about 2-3 weeks ago. So we'll get on with it. So here we go with gold. Okay, 15th of October, posted this again. I had various entries in this. Okay, so you can see the entries of the little pistol, the gun, whatever you want to call it. Okay, those are my preferred entries. And then I kind of consider other entries at certain areas. They're not my favorites, but I just kind of see how price would react in and around those levels. So you can see here with this 5-minute candle here and this gun emoji, that was my preferred entry. And that's what we're going to be kind of breaking down. And we had various entries from previously before. So yeah, we'll break that down. So let's actually go into the charts. And oh yeah, because there are some people on YouTube that believe we don't trade and we're just trying to sell people dreams or whatever. There's the print screen with our, again, sniper image. We'll just leave that as that. And we'll crack on with the case study. So when we're looking at this, okay, you can see the entry there and the entry that I actually did want from here also. So yeah, you see how it lines up. So let's just actually break this down. Well, let's actually go into the charts itself. When we're looking at gold, okay, so overall with gold, we are bullish. Okay, we have had this breaker structure here. I'm not sure why this looks like this. Okay, we have had this breaker structure here. Okay, when we reached all-time highs, okay, we had this breaker structure. So understanding that, we know potentially long-term, there could be a big pullback into our monthly region. And again, if I want to take this a step back, because you already know institutions, big players, businesses work by quarters. When I change this into the 3-month chart, which is the quarter chart, we now see we've got this liquidity and this built up demand over here that's kind of left unfulfilled for now. So when we're looking at this, we're just thinking, is there potential for us to drop back into here in due time? I'm not sure when or how it's going to happen. We just have to keep our eye on fundamentals and some data and just understanding our basic smart money concepts. Okay, so when we're looking at that, we already know price there to be fulfilled. But for now, we have to take into consideration everything else that's going on. So we already had this big accumulation, already broke out. When we get this kind of accumulations, we don't tend to come back too quickly. And we kind of just float there, which is what you're seeing right now since early 2020. Okay, moving into 2022. Okay, we're seeing prices kind of just still chilling in this area. Long term, we definitely would love it if it comes here. Not for a lot of people that's investing into gold right now, they definitely wouldn't love seeing that. But for us as traders, we could buy and we could sell and make money both ways. So it's all great. Okay, if it does come back into these kind of areas, who knows? Maybe I might be invested into gold, physical gold myself, because that's a very low price for gold. So when we see the lowest we had here, 2015, not the lowest, but one of the lowest we've seen in a recent century. Okay, 2015. Okay, you can see 1,046 per ounce dollars. Okay, so in pounds, the UK, that's about 900 maybe, something like that, in and around that kind of price. So understanding what the hell is going on overall is how we always start our case studies, right? So when we're looking at this, we already know the market structure. We already know we've broken past this high. We already know every time a breaker structure occurs, we tend to kind of make a pullback. So looking at this overall thing, again, I already showed you what it looks like on a 3-month chart. I'm just thinking, can we potentially pull back into that in due time? But for now, we have to focus on what's in front of us. So we start breaking it down. We enter the weekly. We already know what happened here, the COVID crash. Okay, and then we made new kind of highs, okay, kind of all-time highs after the COVID crash. I won't say nothing about that. Make of that what you will. Okay, so we made new all-time highs through that. And then since then, we still haven't pulled back to the COVID crash. So we're kind of slowly making our way down there. But I do want new all-time highs again by the end of 2021. Is that possible right now? I don't know. But understanding our seasonality, And I don't know if I got this up on gold. No, I don't. Okay, but we tend to see price rallying up with gold until January, February. Again, that's on the main mentorships that we understand the outlook of that and how to actually time it and get into trades for that time. But we tend to see those rallies coming towards the end of the year for various reasons, which I won't disclose on this case study. Okay, some people that are actually paying for mentorship might get angry about that. So when we see these kind of pricing, we're kind of just expecting a low to be set at some point to then hopefully rally. So we know what it looks like on a weekly. We know it could potentially drop into there, but when we're looking at this and we come into our futures pricing and we see some evidence of the futures pricing doing other things as well, that's oil, wrong chart. So we need to be looking at this one. Okay, we see some different things going on here, understanding what it looks like on a monthly also. We already know what we're kind of expecting, especially on the daily after we see certain things happening. Okay, so again, there's some things that I want to mention, but I can't mention because it's just not fair on other guys that's actually paid for this content. Okay, so when we see that, we already understand our outlook on this. So I'll switch back into this chart. Okay, we're seeing this on the daily now. Okay, understanding what our overall bias is. Okay, we already know where we're trying to go. Okay, we've got various liquidity areas and supply areas just above. Okay, but we already know potentially we could just set a low for the remainder of the year and then rally into those zones. So understanding that, I was relatively bullish. Okay, relatively bullish when I sent out that trade, and why I got into this trade here as well. Okay, so when you have an overall bias, you understand where what you should be doing. If you should be buying, if you should be selling at any given point. So understanding that we should be buying, I'm now naturally looking for buys. I'm now looking for market structure that's kind of telling me that buys are inbound and we should be buying. So everything happened from here. We already knew, boom, boom, boom. We're doing our thing. Bought a couple of times here. Price action was very dodgy. I remember this specific move here and then dropped again, and we had to buy again here. And it was just very ugly, very, very ugly. But that's what led us into understanding that we could capture this trade right here, which is this trade right here. Okay, so that's what captured our attention. So once that happens, we already knew, boom, okay, we've got our breaker structures, okay, from here, here, here. So I already knew what was coming. We already knew it was coming back into the zone right here. So as we do our thing, chilling, again, we already understand there's also supply in this area here. We've also got big liquidity zones over here. Let's just take a step back. Okay, very key thing about trading, taking a step back, understanding the overall picture, and then going back in, which is what many people struggle with, and which is what we focus on very heavily in our mentorship. So taking a step back, then taking a step back in. So we understand what's going on overall. We understand where price is trying to go, why it needs to go there, how it's going to get there potentially, and we get onto that side of the trade. Okay, so this trade right here, very beautiful, very, very beautiful. As you saw from, do I still have it up? Yeah, this picture here. Okay, we had various entries, but we just definitely wanted that move right there. So we broke above, done our thing, and this is probably time for me to drop into the 1 hour. Okay, I'll skip the 2 hour, which is what I usually do. Okay, and then let's go into replay mode also, so we can actually look at this very precisely. Okay, so we did our thing. Okay, crazy moves up and down. I remember this is like very, very, very crazy price action. Okay, really around NFP as well. So we get all this kind of price action going. Nice catch buys here. Just about missed the sell over, where was it? Oh yeah, it's this. Just about missed that sell by 2 pips it was, but was ready for this buy over here. Okay, so did our thing. Price is now coming back because we expect that pullback. Okay, we expect that pullback. So how do we now go about this? Okay, how do we now go about this? Okay, let me just pull this back into this area here. Okay, how do we go about this about understanding? Okay, so we've seen what it looks like on a monthly, breaking down to the daily, to the 1 hour, skipped a couple of time frames just to save some time. Okay, really understood what levels we've hit, taken out, why we bought there from in the first place. So looking at this specific candle now was the main thing, understanding this specific candle, which is why if we bring it back into this image again, this was that whole candle. So now we knew we've got various entries. We've got top of the body 50% and the lower end, the premium end of that specific candle, which is what I definitely liked. So as you can see from that chart, we had various entries, okay, from the top, And then, yeah, we're just knocking them out one by one. So once it passed that area, boom, that's out of the question. Once it passed that area, boom, that's out of the question. I'm like, yes, now we're back into the area that I truly want to buy from. Okay, so how does that work out? We already see this price action shifted, did its thing, and then coming towards, when was this again? I think it was the end of the week. Okay, this was like a Friday or something. And again, we already got our time frames that we like to trade on, which I would not bring up. Okay, just for now. Okay, but we see that entries is chilling there. So again, if you wanted to go into the smaller time frames, 30-minute, okay, and I'd keep a half in it until I see candles that I do like and that it actually does make sense. Okay, so 30-minute still looked ridiculous, and I was like, I'm not interested. Okay, and then we head to the 5-minute. Okay, and scroll across. Okay, now all of a sudden, oh, interesting. Okay, why is it interesting? It's got everything we like to see after we do take off. Okay, it's got that down candle, which I was very much interested in. It's got the IPA, which I was very much interested in. But break a structure, so I'm like, great. We've already tapped off there on a 15-minute. Okay, which was a very, very nice move initially. Okay, very, very nice move leading into the end of the week. Okay, so that 15-minute candle, where are we? Okay, so yeah, it was, which one was it? Okay, was it that one? Okay, yeah, just taps into that. Wait, was it that one? Am I looking at the right place? I'm losing myself. Okay, there we go. Okay, 15-minute candle, had a liquidity wipe, tapped into IPA, and then beautiful entry, tap, and then we head off. So from there, we'll wait for the next move, which was that 5-minute candle, which is what brought us into hit. So understanding that we tend to create liquidity just above areas that we do want to potentially get in, okay, or above, depending if you're buying or selling. We now marked up that 5-minute candle as we do. Okay, so let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so 5-minute time frame, we get the IPA, we get the down candle, and then from there, it's just down to you to say, what is the risk? What is the risk on this play? Okay, if you're playing this right now, okay, max 25 pips. Okay, if you want to be extra tight and play it kind of risky, you could as well, kind of make it 11 to 12 pip stop as well. Okay, I tend to go for just below the wick, just to make it extra safe. So understanding what's going on, the days of the week, which we decide which we do want to trade from, which we prefer to trade from. So I believe this was just the end of the week, Friday or something like that. So coming into Monday, okay, and we don't usually like to take trades on Mondays, but the way this was coming in and understanding what's being established already, I was ready. I was watching this. I remember I was like, what's the time? So this is 7:40. So again, I go gym around 9. Okay, I'm usually back around 10:30, 11. Okay, so in the gym, I was just watching this. I'm just like, oh, we're very close. We came close already. Missed it by a couple of pips, but we already know. Again, it's just more liquidity being created. Okay, that's what always happens before they truly get what they want. So more liquidity being taken, created. Again, once we do that, we shift that liquidity to this now, because any reverse in the market is liquidity. So let's just hit play a couple of times. Okay, and what's the time now? Okay, so it's coming up to 11. This is the time I usually get back from gym. So I'm very, I was literally sweaty clothes, everything, is watching my charts, watching my phone. Okay, that's the entry you wanted. As you can see from here, okay, as you can see from here, narrowly missed it. Okay, if I had a buy limit based on my trading view, I would have missed it. Okay, and by a pip, nearly 2 pips. Okay, this is one key factor I could give away for free. Okay, is always look at your trading view and look at your MT4 and see how it slightly differs. Because on trading view, this is what Owanda, they're going to have their pricing built in with whatever spreads they're using. Then you're going to have your broker. I don't know, for example, I use Vantage and Cop Forex. They're going to have their spreads built in to whatever chart you're looking at. So now the prices slightly shift. So on my broker that I managed to catch this trade on, it was beautiful. However, on trading view, I would have missed it. Okay, so these are the slight differences that you're not probably paying attention to that will either put you in a trade and make you money, or make you miss a trade and watch the whole trade play out without you. Very, very, very small margins in this game sometimes. And you just have to understand what the hell is going on at all times with your broker, with trading view, with your entries, whatever it is. There's this little small margins like that that people don't usually tend to teach or pay attention to, which can mess you up because you mark out the whole trades, you're ready to execute. Okay, you put buy, sell limit in place, and then misses you by 2 pips or so. and you're like, damn, if only I put it slightly higher. Okay, because you're probably going off the trading view pricing, go off your MT4 pricing. Okay, it will look exactly the same, just slightly different pricing, because now they factored into the spreads, into your charts. Your chart will look slightly different at different pricing. Okay, so that 2 pips is their spread. 2 to 3 pips is the average spread of a broker. Okay, that 2 to 3 pips is then inbuilt into your charts. So that's why it makes the biggest difference. If it didn't, okay, we'll all just be putting buy and selling this everywhere all the time. But definitely watch that with your MT4, watch that with your trading view, and you'll start noticing slight differences in pricing, and candles may be looking different. Okay, so it's just these little things. Okay, but anyway, from there, okay, we understand what time of the day it is. Okay, during London session, coming into New York overlap, and just floating around that area, taking that liquidity here. Okay, because this was all in here. It's literally coming into London, literally as soon as London opened, boom. Okay, floated above that, took that out. Okay, and then took it out one more time, and then from there, it was kind of it was go time. Okay, and then yeah, that's why that happened. So let's take wait. Let me go. Is it on 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour. Was it on 1 hour? I can't remember. Let me just double check. Okay, that move right there. Okay, that move right there. So let's go into the 30-minute. Okay, 30-minute and very, very, very messy price action here. But the key thing that stood out, okay, is our remorse area. Okay, I won't explain what a remorse area is and how to use it. Again, that's more for the mentorship, but just understanding the remorse area and what we expect. Very clean entry. So when we see that, okay, we already knew there was a trade set up right there. So again, if you missed that trade over here, this was the next entry. And again, if you wanted to play this, okay, very aggressive stop would have been about 7 pips. Okay, safer stop would have been about 20 pips. Okay, but I already knew what area we're trying to go into. We already knew, okay, what area that money's resting and what area money needs to be mitigated out of. Okay, minimum over here and the supply zone over there. So do our thing, and then yeah, boom, done. Okay, so let's just say we got in here, which we did, targeting that zone about 350, let's say 350 pips. And then the second area that we had in mind was this supply zone in here, 1822, 800. Okay, very specific with our numbers, very specific with what we're doing at all times. There's no guessing. There's no, oh, maybe if this trend line or this support area, or like there's no guessing. It's either it happens or it doesn't. Okay, we're very, very specific with everything that we do. Okay, so just like that, okay, you managed to catch a beautiful trade. And then leading into this week, okay, I closed out. I was holding this for some time, like 2 weeks or so. And then I remember when this happened, this craziness, and I was like, you know, let me close out there. And what was it? Friday, I managed to get in right there, which I took a print screen of. Okay, so Friday we managed to get in again. Or should I say I managed to get in? This is not one I posted in the group. This is just me because I don't usually like to trade on Fridays, but I saw the opportunity, saw the risk, and I took the trade. Okay, I didn't send it to anyone else. Call me greedy if you like, but very, very nice trade. Okay, so let's go into the 1 hour again. Again, this is just something I sent out to one of my clients because he was looking for a sell in this area. Okay, and I said I probably wouldn't like to sell in this area, but if he really, really wanted to, then I mean, we just look for the same clues all the time. If you really, really wanted to sell right now, okay, again, same clues, liquidity wipe, the candle that did it. I asked myself, what's the risk? Okay, here, a very aggressive stop with like 12 pips. A safer one, again, with gold, it seems to always be like 20 pips. So again, not a trade that I want to take right now, but it's definitely one watching. Okay, definitely one watching. And again, if you're watching this video and you want to kind of check on it yourself, it's probably going to be done by then, and it's probably not going to play out because I don't like the area. But if it does, then you can send me 5% of your winnings. I'm playing, but yeah, that's a trade right there. But again, the simple question I always say to everyone is, where did the price start from? Okay, what's most likely to happen right now? Is price going to reverse from there and come to here? Maybe. But what would we rather? Rather the supply actually originated from. Okay, that's what I'd definitely rather. So I mean, I can even show you that right now. Okay, I don't mind showing you this. Okay, trade discussions. Okay, so let's go. So this was, okay, so you can see today literally as I'm recording the video, Okay, so I posted that markups that I put in there, and then you can see he literally said, where is it? Still holding buyers, low looking goods. What did he say? Close my original. Wait, what did he say? Oh yeah, thanks. He just changed his bias. Again, it's things that we talk about all the time, is because he just simply didn't he didn't understand or have a look at what we always talk about, which saves us from taking unnecessary trades. Okay, so again, I just sent that to him there, and I said, if you really want to take that trade, then again, you could take it from there. And again, you see how we're very specific with numbers. And again, you notice how there's a recurring theme of the specific kind of numbers that we trade with. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Okay, very clean trade with gold, and gold is just in a funny place right now. Overall, I am bullish on it. Okay, overall, I'm bullish on it, understanding the seasonal tendencies, understanding what's happening with open interest right now, and what's happening in general. Okay, it is in a very hard place right now because of various other factors, but overall, I'm still very bullish on gold. So that's that for now. I do want to actually, okay, I do actually want to maybe show you guys this as well. Okay, for you guys that have been watching my videos for a very long time, okay, and maybe haven't, okay, maybe haven't come to terms with maybe coming into coming into one of our events, or maybe coming online, maybe you're sitting on the fence, you want to get involved, okay, but just haven't been able to kind of do it. So we're organizing an event. We have organized an event, literally going to publish it. Okay, let me just actually copy URL. Let me put it in here. Okay, should have had this ready before, but here we go. Okay, so maybe you've been looking at the videos, wanting to get involved, not too sure exactly what it is that we do, how we do it, and maybe you want to ask questions personally. Okay, so we're hosting we've done one already, okay, last week, Saturday, and we're going to do a bigger one this time. Okay, so if you do want to come along, I'll be posting this link in the description. Okay, you can just simply purchase your tickets. Again, you can see Saturday, the 18th of December, and then you can add that to your calendar, and then away you go. So definitely one not to be missed. And like I said, if you are someone that's been watching the videos for some time, not too sure if you want to get involved, join a community, do whatever, ask us questions, then this will be the perfect time for you to actually do that. So until next time, I hope you do have a successful trading week, a very profitable one, learning from mistakes if you do make some, and just keep on moving, because this game is a never-ending process of continuous learning. Whoever told you you could learn trading in a week or 1 month and get rich, sold your biggest dream ever. Okay, I always say to everyone, this is like going back to university, or if you've never gone to university, then actually going to university is like taking a whole another degree, okay, in life. So it's a continuous journey, coming up to about my 4th year now, and I'm still learning a lot. I think I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. There's still so much to learn. There's still so much to do, and there's still so much of my goals that I want to accomplish for various reasons. Okay, like building a school in Nigeria, building a hospital. Okay, literally building my mom a couple more nurseries. There's so much I want to do, and that's why I never stop. That's why my hunger is always there. So very good way, I'll say, to end the video. It just literally just recapping over this trade right here. Okay, so again, look out for more videos. I'll be making a couple over the next couple of days, more case studies, more pairs. So until next time, peace out. God bless.